Welcome back guys, and today we're going to be showing you my Simic tempo deck with a little splash into Colourless, mostly for the power cards, like, you know, the power Colourless cards, which are fairly obvious, and some of the abilities of the Simic cards. It's Simic tempo, and as you saw in the deck builder, it's got half a star in synergy, so I'm already a well-grown and well-honed deck crafter, but we'll jump into the deck. I don't want to say it builds itself, but I don't think there'll be any cards here which anyone thinks is weird. When I get more pack guardians, I'm probably going to take out Woodland Bellower and maybe an Essence Flux if I want the third one, or I'm not sure I want the third one yet, but they're the only cards I think I'm missing really in the Simic colours. And then apart from that, it's fairly straightforward. You come down turn 2 with a Flash Guy or a power 2-drop. I mean, all these 2-drops are insane. Gone are the days where you used to run like Welcome Turn. Dimensional Infiltrator, Colourless mana comes in handy if you want to use that ability, which is quite funny if they've been scrying a lot. You just get rid of the card they kept, and you know it's the one they kept, and it's like Ulamog. Rattle Chains gives another Spirit Hexproof, which is only itself and the Wolf Pack Guardian, so not really much else going on there. So there are Flash Guys which are absolutely broken with like Duskwatch Recruiter. If you have Duskwatch turn 2, and then you can just flash in one. You got like 200 different Flash Guys. He's so easy to flip in this deck. And then you know, Sylvan Advocate, just 2-3 for 3 is. I mean 2-3 for 2 is already really strong. The Troll's still really good. You get onto our 3-drops, which are pretty much the power cards in the deck. We have Vile Redeemer, which again with the Colourless splash here, his ability is insane. It's just, you hold it up, they have a Languish, and then you just make like 6 Scions, and then that's always fun. Is it it's non-token creature? Okay, so it's not as broken as Whirl Rogue, but apart from that, then you have your Flash Guys. Bounding Curse is still really good. Void Shafter can give some hexproof, so you can just, they end up like trying to blow you out with like, I don't know, a Lightning Axe or something, you put hexproof on, they just discarded a card and 2 for 0 themselves and stuff. First Colourless card in the deck is Matter Reshaper. Just like I said, I mean 3-drop is the power point in this deck. We do go above it, but every single card. I mean, if you hit Void Grafter, Bounding Curses, anything creature wise here, and then even if you hit an Essex Flux, you can probably, it's used for protection your guy, and then if you go above again, it just goes into your hand. So it's a really solid 3-drop. Like I said, with all the flash, we have a couple of spell shovels in here. Just save like 6 power on the board, and they don't have a field. You don't need to extend more onto the board there. You just hold up a counter and just beat them down until they eventually pull the trigger on the board wipe, and then you counter it. And then we go into 4-drops here, which is again pretty strong. Willow Rogue's still in the deck. Really good against board stalls, I found. Like if both sides have got like a bunch of toughness, you just make one of your creatures unblockable, and then they can't attack, but you're still getting in damage. Pack Guardian, he's only a 1-of right now, so I doubt we'll see him too much, but most of the time we'll be discarding a land, and that's why I'm going to get rid of Bellower, because it's not likely this deck gets a 6 land, and then when it does, and especially with this guy, I mean, you want to be discarding a thing to put 6-5 worth of power on the board. Probably my favourite card in the deck is Altered Ego, because it's just funny. Fun fact, I'm not sure if people know this, Altered Ego, if you copy like a flipped Duskwatch Recruiter and then they cast 2 spells, he doesn't actually flip back over. So if you copy this, if you Altered Ego a Duskwatch Recruiter, it's going to have that creatures cost 1 less to cast for the entire game until it's killed anyway. So keep that in mind, and it's hilarious with like Reality Smasher, especially if you can put some counters on it. Like I had a 7/7 Trample Haste Reality Smasher, which is not bad for, I don't know how much mana I paid, but. And then Woodland Bellower. I mean, if we do eventually get up to him, I know I just said I'm going to kick him out of the deck, but if you get to 6 mana, in theory, you grab a Sylvan Advocate, and that's a really powerful swing. But normally my opponents are dead before then, I found. And then the mana base, we run a lot of Evolving Wilds, and then all the Simic tap lands, bar the gates, and a couple of Westvale Abbeys, because, you know, Westvale Abbey. And that's the deck. So I took it online for a couple games. I think I'm 12 or something now. Haven't been grinding online, but it's been wrecking the AI for what that's worth. It's a fun deck. I'd say it's probably, of the decks I've built right now, I'd say it's tied with the life gain as the strongest one. I've got a terrible red burn, which I don't even have all the cards for yet, and then I've been messing around with a lot of, like, I tried blue colourless, like mid-range. No, blue colourless control and then black mid-range control. And they were alright, but I ended up deleting them because they were pretty, I don't know, it's just, I was using the same cards in kind of both decks with the colourless splash, and it just felt kind of, I was building the same deck just with a different build around. And we actually found a game very early on with, I'm not going to try and say that name, but he is on the play, which is kind of sad for us, and he's copied my avatar. Okay, so 4 mana, pretty good lands, but we don't have a play until turn 4, and even then we're holding up a counter, so I'm not going to keep this on the play. This is better. I mean, you can get really tricky in Essence Flux and Rattle Chains to protect another Spirit guy, but I mean, we're missing Colourless mana at the minute, but you know, we've got 4 Evolving Wilds in the decks, 2 Westvale Abbeys. I'm not too concerned. And like I said, it's a very light splash. I mean, it only really hurts if we draw like 4. There's 4 cards which it hurts not have Colourless mana. The rest of them we can kind of go without. Seeing as this guy doesn't have a play, I'm going to lead with the Troll here because I've got a better chance of renowning it the earlier I cast it, and Rattle Chains is going to be a 2-1 flash whenever. So, I mean, I'm pretty much guaranteed to renown it unless you remove it because I've got Bounding Crisis, but... And there, now that Voidgraft is up, I hope he points a removal spell at it. Although, if he might have Celestial Flare, which would be sad. Then again, I guess I could Essence Flux plus Rattle Chains, that wouldn't be a bad turn. But we don't need to worry about that, he's not removing it. And it's got Regenerate anyway, so I highly doubt he's going to point a removal spell at it. So, this is pretty good so far. This guy's not doing anything and he's missed a land drop here. So we're going to Bounding Crisis in. Probably got a counter spell. He is paused it, so he's going to counter something here. Broken Concentrate. So he's got the new cards. That's a new unconditional counter. So I was tempted to run it in this deck, but considering we're basically 3 colours, the double blue kind of puts us off. Plus, Spell kind of does the same thing. Speaking of colourless mana, there it is. So I mean, he kind of has to do something about this troll because it's 3 damage each turn, and that's not something to laugh at. I hope he does point, like, I don't know, what, suppression bonds or something at it. That would be the best. Okay, he's actually Esper. Interesting. Are we going to flash something in here? Yeah, we're going to keep trying to press pressure. I know he's got a counter spell, but I can't exactly just not cast anything. I guess I could try and wait for him to tap out for an inspiration or something, but this way I'm stopping him. Yeah, you know, drawing cards or whatever, and we are hitting him each turn still. Lumbering Falls would probably be the best draw we could have. Because, you know, man lands with Hexproof are pretty strong. Okay, so I mean, he's down to 12 life. I know we've only got 1 creature on the board, but we've got a lot of ways to protect our stuff right now. Flashback Marauder. I'd rather keep the Troll or the Rattle Chains. I'd rather have the Troll. More damage, plus this guy doesn't seem to be like he's going to be putting a lot of blockers on the field. So that seems alright, I guess. I'm not happy about doing that, but I mean, this Troll's already done 12 damage to him, and we are flooding out a bit here as well, which isn't great. I said this deck doesn't normally get to 6 mana, and here we are with 7 in the top 12. If he has another flashback, we're actually really in trouble here. Although, actually, you know, this is the power of Westvale Abbey. That's going to be online now if he's doing nothing. Although, just put our shields down this turn if he does want to answer. I would love if it let me. There we go. So we actually have some nice flashback cover now that we've hit this mana. Okay, I'm gonna hold 1 land in hand, so this is probably gonna be the last land I play, because in case I draw Pack Guardian. But apart from that, I think we've got enough lands that we can do whatever we want now. So he's actually on a dead next turn if he doesn't have an answer. Interesting control deck. Seems like he hasn't really done much. I mean, he gets a bit of a board wipe here, but then I'll be able to regenerate my troll if it's planar outburst. Jace is an interesting one. See if he bounces the troll, because then I will Essence Flux. The question is, do I go for Jace here and kill the Jace, or do I go for his face? 2-3, we've got 4 power on the board. We'll see what we draw. Maybe we draw something that actually wins us the game. Okay. Let's see what we would have drawn. I'm going to leave the game here. Yeah. I think I'll win that game because he had no cards in hand, I don't believe. And either way, you know, someone said in the comments, I can't remember the name, that said, you can just leave. I couldn't be bothered to play that out. Westvale Abbey's is too overpowered, basically. I think overall, if you made me make that turn, I would have taken the turn off to take out the Jace there. I think if I'm honest, I would have probably done that. And then, yeah, no. I probably should have played that out. I wish I kind of had, but I panicked. Don't have enough for a booster yet. That was a weird. What did we see? We saw a bunch of counter spells, but the thing I found with like the counter heavy decks is horribly awry is so important in them decks. Just because you need, if they get one creature on the board, you're going to be behind for the rest of the game. That's why it's so terrible against like red deck wins, because you just want to be holding up counter spells, but then you have to kind of, like that troll did like, how much damage did the troll do? Like 15 damage that game. So XMS this time, and we're on the play this time. That's nice. Okay, 3 land, 4 land hand with the this is a keep. If I had a flash guy in hand, I'd lead with the Duskwatch Recruiter, but as I don't, I'm going to lead with the troll. Same reasons as last game, want to get renowned and more likely to do so. Plus like I said, the Duskwatch's not going to be, well actually, I do have the Void Graft, I kind of forgot about that. Okay, we've got plenty of 2-drops here, so I'm going to try and flip the Duskwatch Recruiter, I think. I know I just made a huge argument, but to be honest I only saw my 2-drops, I didn't even look over a Void Grafter. And yeah, we're going to lead him because who knows, maybe he doesn't play anything this turn, and then we can really put the pressure on. Unfortunately, he's got a Duskwatch Recruiter, so we're both going to kind of want to flip our guy. I'm going to just crunch mine into him, I think. I kind of wish I'd led with the troll now, but you know, you can't really tell. That's a good draw. Because I mean, if he doesn't want to block, then we can just ambush it with the Void Grafter. He's not going to block, interesting. Well, we won't be able to ambush it because it'll be a 3-2, but then I guess we can just sponge it and we get to flip our guy here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very experienced with werewolves. I don't think I'll be building a werewolf deck for a very long while because I never know when to flip you guys, or you know, stuff like that. I'm pretty terrible. Like this deck, I only run 1 werewolf and I still get stressed. But this is, in theory, we're going to have a really strong turn because we flash you in, and then the next turn we can actually reality smash a turn 4. As long as he doesn't play 2 spells. And that's going to be hard for any mono green deck to beat. Because, you know, even if they have, they're most likely going to be 2-4 on themselves unless they have a big scary creature. And if he wants to blow me out with a combat trick here, I am absolutely fine with that. Well, can't say I was expecting that. I forgot that card exists. What is it? Has trample as well. Holy shit. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't playing around that. Okay. So, ooh, I should have played the reality smasher. Don't panic. Okay. going to play the troll here for 1 green, and then if he ends up having like a bunch of removal this turn, then the Vile Redeemer is actually up as well. I doubt mono green deck is going to have a bunch of removal, but you never know. But I should have played the Reality Smasher, I'm terrible. Could just regenerate my troll here. See if he realizes that he's attacking. I mean, he still gets 2 damage to, I guess, but I'm just going to regenerate Mr. Troll. Because next turn we're coming in for 3, 5, 8 damage. I mean, most likely he's got a big... Okay, well, Flash. I'm sure that thing gives Werewolves Flash, doesn't it? No, it doesn't give them Flash, it just got Flash itself, okay. Still gonna crunch in here. I mean, most likely he's got Pack Guardian, is what I'm predicting. But I'm still gonna crunch in here. Pack Guardian would be worst case, he'd be able to kill my Halpack Resurgence and my Troll, or he'd be able to kill Reality Smasher. Unnatural Aggression. Well, he's tapped out now, so I'm going to get a Renowned Troll plus a 7 damage this turn. I'm surprised he doesn't have the new one, Rabid Bite. That might have been better for him. Well, I guess that worked out, instant speed. He's down to 8, we've got 5 power trample, we can give our guys hexproof next turn or protect them. Although we do, now our spells do cost full mana again. I played that poorly, I should have had the Reality Smasher out a turn before. I don't know why I'm misplaying so much recently. I'll just come out and say I'm terrible. Okay. You can't really play 2 spells as well, although a 4/4 isn't terrible. We might have just stalemated here. Never mind. That's pretty broken, I'm not even gonna lie. Have him on a 2-turn clock now. Like I said, Whirl Rogue just to break them stalemates. And the best thing is he can't even, now that we've got them things, he can't interact with the Reality Smasher without having to discard a card. And if he's got all the Prey Upon spells, he's most likely going to at least 2 for 1 himself. And he's dead next turn, so... Even if he does have a weird deal with Reality Smasher, the flyers are going to be an issue against a mono green werewolf deck. So, you know, I think in theory now, the more I misplay, the more games I win. So I'm just gonna, I think it's like kind of Pavloved into my mind. And yeah, we'll continue playing. I mean, this one, I still haven't decided. Like, when I know I said last time when the games just started whether I should continue playing, but I've not really said if that'll be today's question. I don't know if the game's just ending. should I carry it on, or because logic says yes. Logic says I should just finish the game off, and like that first game I should have just finished off as well. But I don't know. I think I should, realistically. Although if the AI is going to take this long to come up with a decision, I might regret that. And that's the second spell, so there's going to be a lot of flipping this turn. And by flipping I mean 1 spell. So there's actually not. All you need to fog. Guess I could have went with the Stevens with the troll, but I don't know. That's the power of Whirl Rogue right there, just being able to break a board stall against a mono green werewolves. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about that flash enchantment. That kind of blew me out. I was expecting like wild size at the worst, and maybe like a primal Bella. I was not expecting something that pungent. Okay, here we go. So things that are annoying me, I've got 75% of the set here, and I still have only got 1 Geist Blast, and that's just making me very salty. I really like I really like Geist Blast, and it's kind of limiting my my red Izzet burn deck, which is so spicy, but I don't have all the cards yet, so I don't want to show you guys that. Okay, so there's a Reduced to Ashes, Flameblade Angel, which is not actually going in the deck. There's a Pack Guardian, hey! Some say I couldn't plan this video better. Pour over the pages, okay. So we're going to add that Pack Guardian in now for the Bellower, and that should hopefully make me a happy panda. Edit. So I mean, that's 2 videos in a row I've actually unlocked a pack for the deck I'm playing, so maybe I should fill that mono red deck. Maybe I should show that mono red deck and I'll actually get something relevant for that deck. Okay, well, what are we getting rid of again? It was the Bellower. Goodbye, 6 mana spell. Like you saw that game, I didn't get close to 6 mana. Green, 4, rare. No, he's uncommon, isn't he? There's only 11 spells, he shouldn't be too hard to find. There he is. It's synergy. Hey, it's now 1 star. The deck's just perfection. I don't see how this deck has only got 1 star synergy. It's all flash creatures and stuff. I think kind of when it comes to tempo though, a lot of people are gravitating towards Bant or Azorius at the very least because, well, people stop copying my avatar. People are, just because of Reflector Mage being absolutely broken, but Simic still got it. It's not to be laughed at. They can cast their 2-3, but if you'll give your guy hexproof and your guys are 6-5 or whatever, then I doubt they're going to be too concerned. Here there on the player's time, we'll play some Benjamin, he's from Poland, so Czech. And let's jump into the game. Okay, so we've got 2 Trolls, a Bounding Curses, and an Estus Flux, so we'll keep. I like this curve a lot actually. I know I don't have Colourless mana yet, but like I said, it's kind of, there's 4 colourless spells in the deck, and which absolutely require colourless. The rest is just like icing on the cake. There's a turn 2 Mist Intruder. I can't say I was expecting that. He's gonna get his ingest on for a while, I'll be the first to say that. Unless he's too scared to attack here. That's a good draw if we hit 4 lands. So, Undercity Trolls on the field. I mean, if he doesn't have a creature or removal speller, I think he has to sit back. And in Simic, I doubt he's got that. He could have a bounce spell. I don't really know where ingest gets him. Okay, what rank is he? I'm gonna say he's a newer player, our Benjamin. Which means because he's playing blue and he's new, he's probably got some random counter spells like not complete disregard. What's it called? I can't remember the counter spells names. So I'm gonna say he's got one. So I'm gonna get my troll run out. And there's a colourless mana. Sometimes it's better to play it main phase, and then the sick thing with Essence Flux as well is that you can't actually just cycle, not really cycle, but you can just re-tap something down with your Bounding Crisis, which can be pretty fun. I love Essence Flux. I really like. We needed a Cloud Shift effect and we got it. Unfortunately, you can't steal their creatures with it, but I don't know, he's facing an oppressive board state right now, 6 power versus his 2. And that could change. He does hit Wild Instincts is a change, so that's a blowout. No, I'm not going to say I could have played around that if I had Essence Flux up, I guess. But we did hit our 4th land, which means Whirlrogue is going to come down this turn, and then we have then we'll be able to Essence Flux Whirlrogue a couple times. That'll be pretty disgusting. I mean, I'm interested because he didn't attack with a flyer. I'm interested to see if he's going to chump here. I mean, I could have played Whirlrogue and made my guys unblockable, but I want to block that 3/5 with the Thopter. Because if he doesn't block here, you should have came with that 1 power guy. Exiled something. I'm not actually upset that we lost the troll. I don't think we needed another one. So he missed out on 1 point of damage. Question is, do I play a Whirlrogue onto an empty without the Essence Flux protection? And I think I do. If he does have a Wild Instincts, I'm probably going to say he's more tempted to go for the troll rather than a Whirlrogue. And then next turn we're just going to be able to go crazy. Drop down a troll, double Essence Flux end step. That ground blocker doesn't scare me. I'm not even gonna, I'm not even gonna block the 3/5. Although I will take that 1/2 off the board if he's gonna offer it like that. Okay, so this turn, nothing has Death Touch, doesn't it? Well, we'll see how he blocks. I mean, if he wants to block, I'll just regenerate it. Although I should have played land first, because now I can't keep up double Essence Flux. But he's not going to block, so it's irrelevant. Yay. Cool. Just watch Recruiter or Undercity Troll. Undercity Troll can just hold up regeneration, but we're not going to be really planning on doing it. I'm going to just watch Recruiter. And then this should be a good turn for us. A very good turn, actually. I'm going to put 4 flyers on the field. And then what's the exact wording on the werewolves? If no spells were cast last turn. Okay, so my spells actually do influence that. But because I know to flip it back, it's a single player has to cast 2 spells, but this time around it's universal. So Sylvan Ranger in his renowned deck is a interesting choice. Well, I guess it's better than Gatekeeper Vine would have been back in the day. Benthic Infiltrator, I'm not too worried about. So he's sitting back with the 2-3. We're gonna block. Essence Flux. Actually no, that would have been a bad idea to cast a second Essence Flux before it resolved. Okay. Luckily we saved ourselves there. I would have never lived that down if I'd done that. Killed myself with my own protection. But that was a good turn. See what we draw this turn. Okay. So we're just going to attack him with our flyers, I think, and then sit back. Do the same thing this turn. And he's actually on a 2-turn clock now. Because of that. Plus we get to flip our Duskwatch Recruiter. If we drew a land, we could have actually made the demon here. Which would have been pretty tasty. Unfortunately that wasn't the case. Guardian of Tazim is scary, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think, anyway. I can't do the maths. Well, we can make one of these guys unblockable for 3 damage, and then... I mean, we've got such a wide board right now, I really doubt. See what he exiles. An island. Which we could have made the demon, which I would have been sad about, although I wouldn't have made it now that he's got a blocker for it. Void Grafter doesn't really do anything. Okay. So if we attack all out here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Thopters. He blocks 1 and he's dead, so we don't even need to play anything. So that's the power of Willarug again. I mean, we're talking about all the new cards. I guess Essence Flux really takes the credit for that. As we get another win. I'm actually still undefeated, and we're going to call it an end there, but I'm actually still undefeated on the ladder. I know it's unlikely that people won't believe that, because especially as I haven't had proof. But I've lost to friends loads. I played some heartbreakers against friends, but actually on the ladder, I'm unstoppable. So I keep that in mind as we keep the streak going. Yeah, I mean, we played, how many games is that? 3 or 4, I've lost track. Either way, we got a pack, we had fun. Simic Tempo went through, went undefeated. I love that deck. And we even unlocked another piece of the puzzle for it, so there you have it, and that's all I've really got to say. So I guess I'll say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.